So we are here out in our yard with Kevin, our operations manager, and Eric, our master project manager right there. One of our favorite things to do, we're going to be picking grottos, right? So we've got, coming up in the next couple weeks, like next 2 weeks, we've got like 3 grotto projects that we're going to be doing. One out in Pennsylvania, one in southern New Jersey, and one in Maryland, right? So they're all over the place. So we've got, you know, an inventory of grotto stones, right? You can kind of see them in the background, right? Like this. We've got an inventory of grotto rocks, right? A whole bunch of big grotto rocks that we're gonna go through, and we're gonna pick the rocks that fit the project. This is the hard part, finding these rocks. These rocks do not come easy, so we got to search all over the place to find them. Like right here, we got 6 or 7 of them, right? And then down there, we got another 10 down there, right? So we're gonna go through them, take some measurements, and pick them out for the projects. Here's another kind of area where we have more grottos, a couple over here. These are ridiculous, man. This is like, I think these are 12 or 14 feet long, and it's 7 foot wide. I think those rocks weigh 10,000 pounds. That weighs about 10,000 pounds right there. We're saving that for a really big job. So if you got some crazy project, big, ridiculous, ultimate grotto you want to do, we got the rock for you, baby. And we got 2 of them, right? We got another one over here. I bought these years ago just because they had them, figuring I'd find a home for them at some point. But as you can see, you know, 7 by 12.
Thinks that there's enough, because you only need to go, it's only 2 feet deep. You said
Yeah,
it might even be
yeah, might deep. I think it's more like 18 inches deep. You know what I mean?
You might
So
only need 2.5.
18 by 7 are, it's 5.5 on the back and 7 on the front. They V'd out the grotto when they shot the pool. What do you have it at? What do you have the measurements
I
as?
have it 5 by 2.
Right, so that was what the contract said, but they shot the pool.
But
it was
it's
5.5 in the back, and it V's out to 7 in the front.
So you actually need like 9.
So we need like 9 on
this
there.
might still, here, grab it. But it's only 18 inches deep. I mean, this is 9.
That could work. Yeah. So this rock we just picked out for the project we're going to be doing in Maryland. It's like a smaller grotto, but it's very wide. You know what I mean? And this is where it's important that when you work with a pool company that they give you the dimensions. If you tell them dimensions, they follow it, because they can't stretch the rocks. You know, our rock stretcher's broken, right? So, you know, if we have a rock spec for a project and the pool company makes the grotto shell bigger, then it don't work. And now we got to find another rock. You know, and these rocks, like I said, are not easy to come by. They're very difficult to find. And, you know, so it's a challenge, you know. So it's one of the reasons that we're making our natural stone concrete reinforced grottos, because they're made so we can control the inventory. So we're gonna talk about that on another post, but that's the plan. We picked a rock right here. This rock got picked for a project that we're doing in Sweetsboro, New Jersey. There's a grotto, so that'll work out great. This will be the face of the grotto right here. This will be the face right here. Boom. So the waterfall will cascade off the front, right? So when you pick a grotto stone, you got to make sure it's structurally sound, and you got to make sure that it'll fit over the grotto and it can sit on the walls of the grotto, so it's nice and stable. So that's going to work out great. We're picking 3 rocks. We already picked 2, and then the third one is this one right here for a 3rd grotto project that we're doing in I think it's Bluebell, Pennsylvania, right? So this guy right here, and again, what we do is we measure and weigh every rock, right? So there's dimensions and weight on this rock. We have scales in our yard right there that's covered in rubber, but we weigh everything, okay? If it's not weighed when it comes in, we weigh it. And we do that for 2 reasons. One is for costing, so we know what the cost of the project is, because we job cost every project. And we do an evaluation at the end of every project, and then our project managers get a bonus based on bringing the jobs in when the customers are happy, customer satisfaction, and they bring the job in on the budget, they get a bonus per month. So everybody wins on that. So this one right here is going to go for the project that we have in Bluebell. But here's the thing, and one of the other reasons we weigh things is because the weight of this rock, the machinery we use has to be able to accommodate it, right? So this is a big rock, right? So it weighs 6,200 pounds. A small skid steer is not going to pick this up. So we got to make sure we use a really big skid steer, or we rent an excavator or something. So you don't want to get into a situation where you get the rock and you can't move it. So there's a lot of thought that goes into these things to make sure that, you know, everything goes smooth, you know. So a little more grotto facts. here at Aquatic Artists. Have a good day.